She's always a step above anyone else I've ever met. Yeah, I just can't get enough. The way that she shines blows my mind. She's everything I've ever dreamed of. So I'm gonna take every chance that I get just to tell her how I feel. Hey there, cowboy, what you waiting for? Take your cowgirl out on that floor, spin her around, turn her upside down till she can't take it no more. Hey cowboy, tell her she looks good, that she's the hottest girl in this world, the prettiest thing you've ever laid eyes on. Hey there, cowboy, show her off. That smile, yeah, she lights up every room. No one can compare. It's hard not to stare. She makes my four-wheel mud tires turn. I'm stuck on her. She's the one. I just can't look away. I'm so damn proud. I wanna shout it out loud. I love her more every day. So I'm gonna take every chance that I get just to tell her how I feel. Hey there, cowboy, what you waiting for? Take your cowgirl out on that floor, spin her around, turn her upside down till she can't take it no more. Hey cowboy, tell her she looks good, that she's the hottest girl in this world, the prettiest thing you've ever laid eyes on. Hey there, cowboy, hey cowboy, what you waiting for? Take your sweetheart out on that floor, spin her around, turn her upside down till she can't take it no more. Hey cowboy, tell her she looks good, she's the hottest thing in this world, the prettiest thing you've ever laid eyes on. Hey there, cowboy, she's the prettiest girl you've ever laid eyes on. Hey there, cowboy, show her off. Show her off. Show her off. Hey cowboy, show her off.
Well, it's official, pal. Every single person in this house has a nicer car than me.
Everybody, including your oldest,
Yeah.
Austin, doing the happy dance there. He picked up a new set of wheels. What did he pick up there? A Kia what?
Optima, 2018.
What he picked up? Nice car.
Yeah, they all seem to be richer than even the Great Danes get picked up by a limo to go to the dog wash. They're all doing better than old.
They're all
dad.
doing better than the Kins and Klomp cruisers.
Yeah,
that we have happening out there tonight.
The Kins. Well, at least I could compare mine to yours, so it's going to be a good night. We have Nadia on from the Confederations of Regions Party, and you know what? She's had a little bit of controversy in the last day or so. Her signs went missing.
Her signs went missing, and I guess it was all a misunderstanding. I guess you have to pay a fee to have your lawn signs out on lawns throughout the city, and I guess a miscommunication. The city took the signs back, and she had to pay a fee. So hopefully the fee's been paid, and they'll put the signs back between now and Thursday nights. That's the the big night. And of course, everybody wants to know what Nadia's party is all about. The COR signs, which before they were taken back from the city, the Ontario Provincial Confederation of Regions Party is
That's
what
right.
Nadia is running for.
Yeah, we're waiting for her to check on. Now, when I was younger, I'm gonna put the disclaimer here. They had a municipal election in Thunder Bay, and I stuck up a couple vote Clomp for mayor signs. I just made them as a joke. I wound up getting 7 votes.
Seven votes on the ballot.
Yeah, 7 votes.
You ruined the election. Seven. It was a close race. So and so, the actual winner won by like 1 or 2. You're 7. Yeah, took away the heat of the race.
The Liberal candidate won by 6 votes that year. How you doing, Guy, and everyone?
Guy.
Thanks for checking in. So we're just waiting for Nadia to sign in, and you always give me these old man reports. It's not the gas tonight. Now you're worried about the rain coming.
No, there's we're in a severe warning right now.
Yeah, I liked you better when you were worried about the Leafs. Now it's on to the normal.
Now it's on to weather. Well, it just hit Hearst at 5:30-ish, and seeing some good reports of trees down. Yeah, they say 90-kilometer-hour winds, and toonie-sized hail was up in Hearst, and it's apparently looking at it now. It looks like it's staying north of us.
Are you
hazing area?
Is this how exciting your life is? Are you sitting there having supper, watching the
weather channel? No, it's funny. You know what? Before I got into broadcasting, meteorologist was a pastime. I like watching the weather.
Yeah,
my cousin actually works for the Weather Channel in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, we need a weather guy on this show.
Tyler Hamilton. If you watch Tyler Hamilton, if you see him on there, he's related to me.
All right. Good. Interesting facts. Like always, are you ready to bring Nadia on?
Before we bring Nadia, we got to do this. You have a chance to win farm eggs. #farm eggs from Hillbilly Customs tonight. A nice dozen will be delivered to the winner. So again, #farm eggs.
Right.
And you can't get any fresher than that. Probably laid this afternoon there.
Great. I love it, pal. Are they in your backyard? These?
No, I've got them in my fridge right now.
No, I meant the chickens. They're chickens.
Not the chickens. No, I've got the winner's eggs are in our possession now.
All right, let's bring Nadia on, pal.
All right.
There she is. Hello, Nadia.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Thank you.
We can't see your wonderful face. It's a little dark. Oh, there you are.
There's the Nadia we all want to see.
There's Nadia. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and we're going to chat about the signs in a second. But the Confederations of Regions Party, to be honest, this election was the first time I've heard of this party. Is it a newer party?
The party actually was made in around 1990s.
Okay.
It was first of all, I want to say hello to everybody watching too.
Yeah, of course.
Hello,
we always get right into it. Sorry. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So the party was made in 1990, but then right now it is just at the provincial level. Before it used to be at a federal level. Okay. And my sister Nadia Sadiq, who's now running for the Mishkogwick James Bay riding. Okay. She actually joined the party in 2011 when it was only the provincial party at that time too. So she helped rewrite most of the policies and get them approved with the president of the party. Her name was Eileen Butson. She's passed on now.
Okay, so there is some historical roots with the party. Well, that's all. I always think it's exciting when we have a wide variety of candidates running for electoral spots because it gives people more options, gives people an opportunity to listen to their platforms because everyone has different ideas of what they believe is right for them. So I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
So we have to chat about this, obviously, your sign. So, obviously we follow you on social media. So you're campaigning just like everyone else. You have some signs out in the community to let folks know. And all of a sudden, every single sign you told me had disappeared.
Right. It was very surprising, because the whole 3 weeks there was no problem with the signs. I was going back and forth, and we would check on our signs, and my son and my nephew, and actually my little niece, who's a special needs girl, she would travel with me all the way every other day, and she was so excited to be like back and forth in Timmins too.
Yeah.
And then we were coming up for the multicultural festival the other day on Sunday, and we were so surprised. The first sign that going from going into Timmins from Highway 655, it's that was at the Gills Lake.
Oh,
Gillies Lake?
Yeah,
Gillies
yeah,
Lake, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought I didn't see my sign there, so I kind of took a turn around to see if I miss it, or did it blow away, or like maybe I was mistaken, right? So
yeah.
I did go back in to see, and it wasn't there. All the other signs were there, and mine wasn't there. And my nephew came out of the car to help me find, maybe, like, because the grass had grown bigger than the last time we were there. So we thought maybe it is stuck somewhere under the grass, or maybe it's blown away somewhere around the area. So we tried to look for it, and we couldn't find anything. And then we kept driving, like we got into the city, and my next sign was by Esso gas station there, and we didn't find the sign there either. And then we checked at certain spots that we had put up the signs with all the other signs, other party candidate signs, and mine were the only ones missing. So that was quite surprising for us, and it was also very disappointing. So the first thing that came to our mind is that our signs are missing, they're stolen.
Right. Someone stole every single sign.
And it turns out it was the city that took them.
Yes. So actually, I really want to thank all the media outlets in Timmins, like your program, and then Timmins Today, Timmins Daily Press,
Yeah.
the Country 93, I think it is.
Yeah. Country 93, yeah.
Yeah, they all were so helpful, and they were like, I think everybody felt bad about, even the common people that I talked to in Timmins when I was there on Sunday. Like, even they felt bad that my signs are gone, and I had no clue like what happened to the signs. And then today I got a message, an email saying that the city had taken them down, and I'm like, why would the city? Like, out of everybody else, why would the city get involved in my signs?
Apparently,
And
there's a fee. Is there a fee? Did you clear up the fee? Are they going to put the signs back now because of this?
No, the fee is there. It's $200 apparently,
Okay.
and I have to pay that fee. I was hoping to be in Timmins today, but with the kids, I got caught up in other things. So I'm trying to be there for tomorrow. And I'm gonna try and actually just bring my signs back tomorrow after paying the fee, because then it's the day after that is the election day, right?
Yeah, we are coming really close. And one thing people may not realize, the fee that you pay and the cost of the signs, that came out of your own pocket. That money wasn't given to you.
No, exactly, because we are a small party, so we have absolutely no funding. I had no problems paying for the fee had I known, or had they informed us. Like, nowadays, we have so much technology out there. Like, you can quickly text someone, or you can quickly, send an email to someone, or, or like even call them, leave them a voicemail that, your signs are going to be picked up if you don't follow these and these rules, right? So I would have no problems, because I spent so much on the signs already. To pay another $200 to keep them up, I mean, I would have gladly done that if I had that information. So my concern right now is that, instead of city going around just pulling out people's sign, I think they should give them a chance, because a lot of people are running for the first time. I think even in Timmins, there are a few that are running for the first time. So like, our returning officer, who was very, very helpful and supportive, she was also very shocked. She's like, like I've never seen this happen before. And then when I called her after I heard that, there's a fee. I called her first to inform her that my signs are located and that I'm going to be going and taking care of them. She was like, oh my God, back in the day when, she was a little girl, she had found out that there was the city used to charge fee. But now my sister's been running. She's run from actually 2 different ridings and nobody charged her the fee, which is very surprising because she ran from Brampton, Springdale back in 2011. And we were campaigning, like I was helping her in her campaign. The kids were with us and nobody brought up any kind of fee from the city or of Brampton or anything of that sort. And even in Kapuskasing, she's running for the Mishkogwick, James Bay, and there is no talk of the fee and the CFO too. Like nobody thought like there would be a fee involved in putting up your signs. We've paid enough already for the signs, and we are traveling back and forth. So I thought that was enough.
Yeah. Well, we're happy like you'll be able to get your signs back up, and you're right. There's only a couple days before the election, but
before the big day.
I'm very curious. So the Confederations of Regions Party, what do they stand for? What do they believe in?
We believe in shelter over everybody's head, and we believe in equality. We are fighting for homelessness and poverty, and the discrimination that is there among the seniors. Even it's mind-boggling in Timmins. It's like I've had such a good opportunity to speak to so many people in Timmins, including the seniors and the young generation. The poor young generation that I've spoken to, all of them have been telling me that, as when they graduate from high school, they have nowhere to go. They are ending up sleeping in their cars.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a known issue of homelessness in our community that, it's been discussed for a while, and, hopefully there's some positive resolution. So part of you wanting to run, then I would assume matches your party platform. You want to be able to do something to help get people off the streets and have them have a sustainable income.
Yeah, because letting them live in the tents and building like tent cities for them, and but taking them in at the shelters at the nighttime and letting them go during the daytime, that is not the solution. People cannot live like that for too long, and especially in a modern country like Canada, this should not be happening actually.
So what are some of the things do you suggest could be done that aren't being done right now to help out these individuals and families?
Definitely we need more housing. We definitely need more houses built according to the people's needs. Like if they're single, a 1-bedroom or a bachelor's apartment, bachelor's apartment or whatever. But like these high rises and the low rises that people are cooped up in, they have no space to breathe. There's no living space really, and the cost of living itself has gone up so much that those low rises and high rises are not the solution to it. And they're also cramped up and they're so unsanitary and unhygienic over there. So it's like that has to go. Those have to go. We need some modern housing that is mold free, sanitary conditions, living conditions for people. Like we have to think about them as human beings, really.
There's been a lot of discussion, just to evolve on the topic about a treatment center in the community. There's not adequate resources.
Yes.
Is this something else your party would consider?
Definitely, because it breaks my heart when I read about the people who are involved in things like that, and that they're not getting the treatment they are looking for, or their families are looking for them to get them the help. The help is not there, and the waiting lists are, whether it is for housing, whether it is for treatment, they go on and on. The waiting lists go on for ages, and so for some people it is too late for them to get help then, so that is another problem, like this. We have to take care of everybody in the society, in the community. We can't leave people, if they've gotten onto the wrong path, we just cannot leave them on their own to mend their ways, and things like that. And we can't keep blaming the people. The government needs to step in and control these substances that are out there, and help the youth especially, and help the people that with building more treatment centers.
And this goes with your quote. You were quoted saying, "Tired of the look busy, do nothing politicians." And it even goes even further back. You've had to deal with your own bit of corruption with politics and the government. This is what actually made you run for this election.
Yeah, I mean, when I moved here, to the north, I was surprised how neglected north is as compared to down south. It's like two different. It literally felt like two different countries.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, am I still in Ontario? But then I did start to hear from people here that no, like party leaders have ever visited them. They don't know what the problems of the north are. They don't know how people are surviving here. They don't know what people are going through here. For me, back then, the hydro bill was like a big issue concern for me, because I'm like, how can people pay like such high hydro bills? It's like paying a second mortgage on your house or something.
Yeah.
And that is what for me was like the biggest concern for homelessness, because people who can't, I think the easy solution the government was offering to the people at that time who were struggling with their hydro bills is that, sell your house and go move somewhere else. But that's not always the solution for everybody,
Right, because say right now you're lucky enough to own a home and you sold your home. Yes, you would get good money for your home because the market is high, but then you have to buy another home in a high market. So you're never above the game at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we're starting to get close to the game, they always raise things. Everything always seems to inflate, except for the person's salary, right?
Exactly. And from the seniors, the concerns that I heard from the seniors is that it's unbelievable. The ones who want to stay in their own house, they put in their own house because they're used to that freedom, and they are, still able to live on their own, which is good. That, the more seniors we have living independently on their own, the better it is, But they were all complaining about the high heating bills. They're like, everything goes up. The food prices go up. The heating bills go up. The gas goes up by 30%, 40%, 50%. And I know the food prices, have gone up, almost doubled in the last couple of years.
It's crazy. It's crazy for a single mother just to go and get a few of the necessities, and it's finally the necessities are usually the ones that are the higher price. Like if you need fruit, we all need fruit. You need the veggies. You need milk, bread, all the staples. And again, that's where it's killing us in our wallet.
Yeah, and they told me that our CPP, nobody talks about the CPP. The CPP goes up by 1%, whereas everything else is shooting up by between 30 to 50%.
Right. Yeah. So someone mentioned the other day. They said, "I'm eating at a restaurant 3 times a day because it's cheaper than buying food at home to eat 3 times a day." And they're probably right.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I mean, they have no choice. You would rather go and spend like $15-20 at a restaurant than go and spend like $200 on groceries, which would cost you almost half of that. The same amount of groceries would cost you half of that, and then you would be able to last for like a week or so. Yeah. So it is. It's like, unless and until you don't provide the basic necessities. Right now, what the government is doing is like they're taking the basic necessities away from the people, And the thing is that the government should not be feeding off people's misery.
Yeah. No, of course not.
No.
That should not be the intention of the government. I wonder how, a question we have for all the candidates, because every candidate, they always have some wonderful ideas, especially how to make improvements in our community. But there's a cost to everything. We were just talking about cost. If you want to build a treatment center, that's a cost. You know, if you want to build homes for people, that's a cost.
Fix roads.
Yeah, fix roads. So where would your party, you know, get the money from it? Like, one way is to raise taxes. What's the other? You would have to cut from something to add to something else.
Well,
have you folks given some thought of where the
you know, they need to look away from the taxpayers' pockets, really, you know, because anything happens, the golden the egg laying the golden egg laying goose, which is the taxpayer, gets slaughtered, you know.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
You know, so then the government really needs to look away from the, you know, keep their hands out of the pockets of the taxpayers, basically. Timmins is a beautiful place. Northern Ontario is so beautiful. Maybe they should increase tourism. They have to find other ways to bring in the money, you know,
like crowdsourcing or you know, a giant fundraiser. You know, you see it with our T88s. They've got their 50-50 draw. Maybe implement some type of fundraising that way. Maybe.
Are you saying we're gonna have a pothole fundraiser? There actually might be people.
A pothole 50-50, right?
A pothole there actually might be people who buy into that. Honestly,
they should attract more people, because you know, the tourism can bring in a lot of money, you know, if it is done right. Like, you know, even then, like when the tourists want to come and visit, they've put on a tax for the motels now.
Yeah,
you know,
there is that tax, and that money's divvied up to, you know, events and organizations in the community. TFEX, one of them, that has received some money. That I forget what it's called, the municipality. You know what it's called, Mark? Municipality tax. It's like if you go to a hotel, you pay like 2 or 3%, and it goes.
It's like a hotel tax, but for entertainment.
There we go. So Amanda said she would go right into that pothole fundraiser. I think we have an idea, Nadia. Like me, you, and Mark, we're going to put on a pothole. Fundraiser.
Well, I always said Tim Horton should be all over that with, you know, I bent my rim to win, right? Or, you know, something.
You actually had a good one there, Mark. I like that one. I bet my.
Well, we should be all over that. Why not? And again, if you know, obviously, you know, some of the money, if you make it like a 50-50, some of the money goes towards, you know, the pothole fund or whatever fund, and the other half goes back into the community of you know, where the ticket was, you know, purchased.
Yeah, but you know, before so this was the one for building the treatment centers and things like that, right? But right now, the condition the Timmins is in, or the Northern Ontario overall is, I mean, look at the highways, look at our roads. They're so full of potholes, you know. And the thing is that we need safer roads and safer highways, first of all, you know. You know, we need to bring those up to date. The roads are just terrible. Like, some of them, they're just the main roads, especially, that are used constantly. And then we are spending the entire summer trying to get the road ready. And, you know, in the winter, they're all full of snow. And then, like, you know, we are never able to travel on proper roads because they're either covered with snow or they're under construction.
Well, they're doing some construction down by my end in Porcupine. So we're fixing that up. So what are, like, you're definitely like a people's a party where you talked about, you know, senior citizens, people who are homeless, like, you care about all generations of people. What do you think we can do in our community to attract and retain a younger generation? Because, you know, I really think part of the solution is, like, we need to build up our population. You ask me how we do that. Well, I guess there could be many different ideas, but a bigger population, I think, will help generate more revenue in our community. Obviously, is there a way to attract more people to our community, especially a younger generation?
You know, there are a lot of international students coming into Timmins right now. I've seen them seen so many of them all over Timmins right now. The thing is that, you know, we should focus on keeping them here rather than them finishing their education and moving back down south, or, you know, going back into the city life and stuff. So we need to do more to, first of all, try and keep those international students here and take it from there. And then the housing would again be, I think, because I moved here myself for a house.
Okay.
You know, I used to live in Mississauga, Brampton, and all those areas, but I moved here because of the house, and at that time the prices were very reasonable as compared to the bigger cities.
Mhm.
Now they have gone up quite a bit, but now in Timmins, and when the rents are unaffordable,
Yes, it
The
is.
rent,
you
the
know.
rents are unreal.
1
Uh,
and 2 bedroom apartments going for 1,200 without utilities. So you tell me how
Mm,
again, someone on ODSP or on minimum
mm.
wage is going to survive just paying the rent, let alone everything else in store.
Yeah, and it's very sad because they have to, like, if it's like people renting out their apartments or something, there has to be some government subsidies for them, that people who are renting can then be able to afford a decent place to live.
mhm. Yeah, that makes sense because we were talking the other night. Like, say you're struggling to make ends meet,
Mm.
and you need to find a home, and then you need to purchase a vehicle to get to work, and with the cost of gas, how do you ever get up a level? Because
Yeah,
everything else is so costly. You could see why people struggle most of their
yeah,
lives
There's a lot
because
of
yeah,
shoplifting
able to
happening
get
in
ahead.
stores
Yeah,
now because of this.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, before, like, I used to think that, look at the heating prices; they're so high. Like, it's like taking out, paying a second mortgage on your property. But now, with the cost of food going up and the cost of gas going up like that, it's more people are going to be struggling. And
well,
this is gonna,
yeah. I have a
this
rule
is
in my house. Hey, the rule in my house is put on your hoodie when you're cold. And then when it's too
That's
hot,
it.
take off
Papa
your
Plump
hoodie.
is in charge of the thermostat over there.
And then when it's too hot, take off your hoodie. It's just the hoodie keeps rotating, and that
yeah.
really gives us the extra few degrees.
It was one of the memes in our blast today. The '90s dad, don't touch the thermostat.
Right.
Exactly, instead
Yeah.
of going forward, instead of finding better ways to, heat our houses or keep ourselves warm, we are going backward, where we are becoming like the dads of the 80s and the,
Yeah, we are.
70s.
They did it right. Well, and there's, I'll call it a small trend right now, but I know a couple of people that are doing this called like living off the grid. So
Mm.
they have some bare essentials there, but essentially they're living with out of the regular means that we
Or
have,
mini
right?
houses. Remember
Or
Marcia
tiny
Chum? We had
houses.
her on the show. They're putting the final touches on that mini little trailer and home, and they're going to tour the country and stay off the grid and basically send mail to mom and dads and pick it up once in a
Yeah.
while.
But hey,
Yeah,
listen, yeah.
yeah, when the world is modernizing at such a fast speed, it looks like Ontario is going backward. So I
That's
don't know, like, it's like we're taking huge leaps backward and baby steps forward.
yeah. So
Like,
you're absolutely right, but I'm kind of curious. So if you're, we're chatting with some folks tonight. So if you had to tell people, why they should vote for Nadia, what would you tell them?
uh, I would say that, we are fighting for the basic necessities for the people. Like that, no, that people, like, up until not too long ago, the government would tell you that everything is happy and healthy. Nobody is homeless, nobody needs help, nobody is poor, everybody is well off. That
Mhm.
was a false impression that everybody had here, in the north. When you actually live in the community and you see how the people are suffering and what they're going through and things like that, then it is hard not to raise your voice. Like,
Mhm.
if you have the heart, you have to raise your voice for that. So we are
Yeah.
trying to provide the shelter for over everybody's head. The thing is that when you have the shelter, when you have a roof over your head and you have the food to eat, only then can you be productive in a society.
Mhm.
You cannot expect people to be living in their cars and then get ready and show up for an office job in the morning.
Right. Well, of course
Because
not.
right now, even people who have a good job are below the poverty line right
Just
So
making ends meet. And again, as they say, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
exactly.
Now you're looking for loans. You're using credit more. Credit
Yeah.
cards are maxed, and they wonder why the provincial debt, the national debt is in such a state of arrears right here.
Yeah, but why would I was just thinking. I was reading an article the other day that showed up on my news feed actually. That the MPPs and the MPs and all these people, they have like multiple multi-million dollar properties, multiple of them. So I'm like, why would these people even speak up about the homelessness, like the homeless and the poor? Like, what do you
Mhm.
care about them? When you are so there's such a big difference between you and your constituents, then what do you care about them really?
It's hard to react as a normal, a normal civilian, out there, trying to make ends meet, to where they're, during,
Well,
even the COVID times, never
Yeah,
lost a paycheck during the entire time.
yeah.
yeah,
And,
you sorry, go ahead.
well, and just to add on what Mark was saying, Nadia, like for me personally, I followed the science, I followed the health experts. That was my own personal decision. I know there's tons of debate. And I mentioned this the other night, but the one thing that drove me nuts is when people would come on and go, just hang in there. Help's coming. Only a few
Yeah,
more weeks. But you
exactly.
can't relate to people who are just hanging in there,
Yeah,
and they can't afford a couple
No.
more weeks of
When they're
this.
getting like
yeah,
$10,000 paychecks every 2 weeks, right? A little
yeah,
bit hard to, sit
yeah.
down eye to eye with the common folk.
Yeah, it's like we all hear about, yeah, it's going to happen in the next decade, it's going to happen in the next 20 years. Like, how many people are going to be able to wait for that long?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you're right. Sometimes there is a disconnect from the people that represent us and what's really happening. But
And
it's really interesting to hear your party platform, because you're a party about everybody.
A party about
Mhm.
everybody. And it's funny, there's only 3 of you running in the entire province.
Yeah.
One was your sister, Fazia, and the other, I do believe, I want to say Murray Reed out of Renfrew, and Nipissing Pembroke. Am I right?
Yes, he's the CFO of the
Okay.
party. And the thing is that, we are a small party, but we have the loudest voice, I can tell you that.
Mhm.
We speak about the issues that directly concern the common people.
Yeah.
you know and the thing is that we just don't want to like to me, I feel like even if we are a small party, we are bringing up all these issues. We would gladly allow the bigger parties to steal our ideas and work on them. We would be more than happy if something gets done about the homelessness and poverty in Timmins.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know
yeah, that's right. Because if you have some great ideas,
yeah,
whoever winds up in power June the
exactly.
2nd,
Yeah,
should
yeah,
take from everyone else's good ideas and come up with the best idea. I
yeah.
like it. That's a refreshing mentality, right? It's
Isn't it?
non-competitive because
Yeah, it's like, for me personally, it's not about winning, 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 and collecting votes and going and putting out the signs and thinking like, if 10 people see my signs in one spot, oh, they're going to be like, okay, let's go and vote for her. That's not how I think about it. I'm like, okay, as long as they know that what our party agenda is, what our party policies are, and what we're running for, then that will be good enough. Even if we cannot do anything directly, at
Yeah.
least we will be involved if somebody involved in that change, if somebody else picks on it and wants to work on that. Because just the other day there was such a sad story in the newspaper, and to think that something like that is happening in this modern day and age, that a lady had chosen suicide, death by suicide, just because she was not able to find a house where she was able to live healthy.
yeah.
That was an emotional story. I'm like, oh my god, that cannot be happening. Like, really, that she cannot find a house, like an apartment or something that would fit her lifestyle that would, because I think she had some medical problems, major medical problems, where she was not she could not come in contact with chemicals and things like that. So those are the kind of people that we need to take care of in the society first of all.
You're right.
Rather than leave them to choose between death by suicide and things like assisted suicide and things like that.
Yeah, that's definitely not the Canadian way. You
Not
shouldn't
the Canadian way at
force
all.
into that perspective.
No.
Well, you know what, we think you're doing an amazing job. I'm always very proud of people who stand up for what they believe in. Running in elections, not an easy thing to do. It did take a lot of courage and a lot of effort and a lot of money. And
Sure does.
we're sad to hear about your signs. We're happy to hear that they're going to go up. And we're wishing you the best of luck.
Wishing you the best, Nadia, on Thursday. And there was one quote that I've seen from you posted online. I'm going to read it right now. This is from you. I think it's amazing. It says, "Far too often governments serve to protect their own kind," which made you want to take the reins and be the voice for everyone suffering in silence. I think that's a perfect quote. And again, a great campaign to,
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And again, you're probably taking knowledge from your sister too. Does Fazia think you're crazy jumping into the ring for doing this?
She's actually crazier than me.
Fair enough. Hey, maybe it's equal, but I don't call it.
It runs in the family anyway, right?
It's courageous. It's not crazy. Right. It's definitely courageous, and we're
because she feels more strongly than me. That's the reason she joined the party way before me. For me, it was like, I would hear the stories and they would stay with me, and I was like, we need to do something about it. But we would feel very small, because as an individual, what can you really do, right? But then, as my sister keeps telling me the things, it's like, it's time to stand up and say something about it. People, somebody's got to listen to us. It's like,
right. Hey,
we need to be that voice.
You're doing something. Like, some people will just complain and not do anything, but now you have some issues and you're doing something.
You're standing on your 2 feet, and you're going to put up the fight again. Your sister, she ran in 2011, 2014, 2018. Now running this year with you. So it's the COR power. If people are wondering what the COR sign means out there, it's the Ontario Provincial Confederation of Regions Party, and Nadia Sadiq is one of the candidates here.
Yeah, she's running from Mushkogwick, James Bay. So Kapuskasing is one of her, areas. So I'm helping her with her campaign as well when I'm in Cap, and then she helps me when we come to Timmins. So it's like, it feels good. There's somebody so supportive, just like yourself in the family.
And she's your sister too, right? So sisterly love right there.
Yeah, she's actually right here if you want to speak to her.
Well, let's wait for her.
Yeah, come on in here.
Where is she there?
We got to get the other candidate. It's funny. There's 3 of them running in the province, and we've got 2 on the show.
You got 2 right here.
You guys want to come on?
She's shy, maybe.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Can you see?
I can't.
No, there we go. Hi, Nadia. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I
heard about you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All good things or what? I don't know. Who knows?
Yes, all the good things. You guys are so amazing.
Oh, well,
thank you. We'd love to hear that. So we just want to make sure what rumors are flying up near Kapuskasing there.
Yeah.
The agenda is almost the same for both, all our party. Basically it's homelessness and poverty. Which we are targeting, and just to support the common people, the people who have been run down, the downtrodden people. Somebody needs to speak about them, because people in power have become totally complacent. They just want to stay in power.
You're right. You're right, and you're helping them provide them with an additional voice. I think that's super cool. We're very proud of you folks. Like I was mentioning to your sister, someone does need to help stand up to people who may not have the power or strength to speak for themselves at the moment.
Yes, and I also appreciate your effort that you are giving a platform, like a live platform to people like us, like because me myself here in Kapuskasing, even the local radio station, they did not take my interview. And you guys, you guys have helped my sister, and then the media in Timmins, like there was the
Timmins.
Daily Press, Timmins Press,
Timmins,
and Timmins Online,
Today, Timmins
Timmins Today, they took her interview. So I
Yeah.
was like, Nadia, you are getting good response, but nobody wants to hear me here.
Oh no! Well, hey, we like
And
to
now
hear
here
you.
you guys give me a chance to.
Yes. Well, hey, you know what? It's an open door here. If you ever want to come on, whenever you want to come on, if you want to come on after the election and give us an update, by all means, you ladies are always more than welcome to come on our show.
Yeah.
You guys
thank
are
you.
so amazing, because talking about the ladies, I have to tell you that the voice of the women and children is totally it's suppressed. They have nobody cares. Nobody cares. And look at the only lady here. It's me who is talking about all these issues, and there is another lady who has stood from the Green Party, but we don't like nobody's interviewing her either. No issues have been raised. Like, I want to see like what she's saying, but I can't find any of her interviews. Nothing about her.
So
Sorry,
the
go
Green
ahead.
Party, the Green Party, she's not doing any interviews. We asked her, and they said no.
Also in
But
Kapuskasing.
also in Kapuskasing,
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's that.
there
It's
is
the
a
same
lady.
thing?
There's a lady who is running from Kapuskasing too, like Chicago,
Green.
James Bay.
Okay.
But I could not find anything about her, because I wanted to see like what issues they're raising, but I could not find anything. Then there is a lady who is running from Timmins, and we cannot find anything about her. So where is the voice of the ladies?
Yeah,
Where
that's
are
right.
the ladies? So much they keep saying, oh, gender equality, and this and that. Where is the gender, and where is the equality? So it's all talk, and nothing. No,
No action.
yeah, no action. So where are the women? Like, honestly, like, it's mind-boggling to, like, I tell my sister that, okay, maybe we only are the voice of the ladies over here now.
Well, you guys are standing behind your talk, and you're standing up for what you believe in. And I do really like how you look out for the people who don't have a voice of their own. That's very cool in my mindset. It's refreshing.
The one suffering in silence. Again, you're the voice for everyone suffering in silence, and you ladies are definitely on the right platform to get that voice out there for this election.
Thank you, guys.
You will not believe that all these ladies, they say that we wish that we could do that, and they're all white ladies, and I'm like, they have been here from forever, and why they did not get an opportunity to voice their concerns? Why are they so oppressed? Why did they do that to the women here? Like, that is a question which is revolving around in my mind all the time now, because the ladies, they so wish that even they could run, like, they were like, we wish even we could do what you guys are doing, but I don't know. I think they just say, oh, white people have everything, but to what I see, white women especially have no voice here. Discriminating on gender basis and white and black basis and color basis, it's totally like it is senseless, honestly.
There's a lot of work to do, but anyone's always welcome to have a voice on our platform. We love to talk with anyone, and in this candidate, we opened it up to all the candidates who are interested, because how else are you going to cast your vote if you don't know what that candidate stands for, what their party stands behind?
That's why we want to bring each one on individually, so you're not, there's no, as they call it, a hen party, people fighting back and forth, cutting people off. So this is this is our episode number 4 for you, Nadia, tonight. It was nice. It's nice to see all the candidates individually with expressing their platforms.
Yeah, you guys are totally amazing. I'm so happy, and I want to tell everybody that, the way you give, you're giving even the smallest person an opportunity to, have to listen to their voice, because in such a big arena, the smallest person's voice can just drown. And you guys are doing an amazing job, and I so appreciate that you even gave me an opportunity to talk on your,
Yeah, of
on
course.
the
You're so welcome.
radio.
So
Well,
welcome.
you're both very much welcome, and it was a real pleasure, learning more about the party and learning more about both of you. And we wish you the best of luck in the election, and keep on pressing your voices. You guys have important messages for people to hear, and representing people that are in an unfortunate situation. So never give up doing that. Never give up.
Never.
Oh, thank you so much. I totally, your words are so heartwarming. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
You're welcome to both of you, and thank you, Nadia, for joining us, both of you. It was a real pleasure, and we'll be playing. And we want to see your signs back in Timmins.
That's right. We'll see them tomorrow. Come on in and put them up there. We'll see them.
Okay, I will. Once I go and pay the fee, which they're demanding, I'll definitely go back and leave them up for till the elections day then. But one more thing that I really want to bring up is that, the native, the First Nation reserves, that, they get flooded, they are at a risk of flooding every year. They have to be uprooted, they have to be, relocated somewhere else. So that is like, how can you live like that? Why doesn't the government do something permanent for them, where they're not in the fear of getting moved around and losing their belongings and things like that? Like, it's so unreal the way they have to be moved around just like that, in different communities.
Like Saskatchewan, like they're flooded every single year. Every single year.
Yeah. So they have no pure, clean drinking water, no proper health care, like nobody is thinking about them. Like nobody is even speaking up for them,
And the cost of living side, it's like a bag of milk there could be like $20.
Yes, that is unbelievable.
Watermelon for like $15, $20.
Yeah, like how does anyone afford that?
Crazy.
Afford that?
You have a good job. How do you afford that? That's expensive if you're buying that on a regular basis.
So that's something definitely has to be done about that too, because it's unbelievable that they have little kids, and the government needs to regulate those prices to make it easier for them.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is a good solution.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Well, very good. You know what? You have got a lot of great talking points, both of you, and like we said, keep up the good fight, and please keep in touch with us.
Stay in touch with us, and good luck Thursday. And as they say, may the best man, or in this case, the best lady, win the upcoming election.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
All right. You both have a great night.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night, ladies. Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, very passionate about their beliefs, and I love what they stand for, Mark.
They are, they're doing what most people, they think about doing, but they don't get up and actually do it. These ladies want to see change happening. And again, going in this election, there's 3 of them running. And again, you just saw 2 of them on our show, Nadia and Nadia Sadiq, both running for the COR party, again, the Ontario Provincial Confederation of Regions Party. And we had 2 lovely candidates there, those ladies fighting for your ballot on Thursday.
You got it, pal. So a wonderful interview, and we appreciate all the candidates that did come on as we go to cast our vote. All right, are you ready to thank the sponsors and give away some eggs?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to give away some eggs tonight, and we're going to thank our wonderful sponsors who keep our show afloat here. So let's And the Helmets On Kids campaign, thanks to Geronis, Borden, Kelly Lawyers. We just did a video yesterday on this. A free bike helmet for elementary school kids. And again, age kids, if you're looking for a helmet, again, this is Thursday night from 6 to 8 at the Sportsplex. You can register. You need to pre-register. We can't stress this enough. You show up, you just might not be one of the 250 slots. So make sure you pre-register at info@gironas.ca and get in there for a free bike helmet. My two boys going to be a part of that on Thursday. And get your ducks. Saturday is the big duck race for the Alzheimer's Society here in Timmins. Cochrane-Temiskaming. $5 for one duck, $20 for 5 ducks. And again, you can find your tickets. I saw Aaron down at the Alzheimer's Society selling some tickets, saying they were down to the last few booklets. Make sure you get yours. 705-268-4554. First place duck Saturday. We're going to be down there calling this, Jamie.
Yeah.
$1,500 for the winning duck.
Can't wait.
Get your ducks in a row. We're going to be using that line a lot on Saturday. Seizure and Brain Injury Center. The registration's still open. And if you haven't signed up yet, this is a fun, color it up, walk, run, fun run. And you can come out and have some great support. We're going to be down there, maybe doing some MC and some play-by-play as people get their shirts. You start off with a white shirt. And then at the end, you can see in the thumbnail, that's what happens to you. Again, 705-264-2933. And fingers crossed, it'll be a nice sunny day when that day happens. Steinberg and Mann 2022 grad suit package. You can't get any better than this grad suit package. Can you? How about this? A suit, shirt, tie, pocket square, belt, shoes, socks, up to the first $40 in alterations for $350 plus your taxes. And if you want to get fitted, go see Darren Taylor and book your fitting through Facebook. You can also see him in person, 25 Wilson Avenue, or give him a call, 705-264-1489. And Boost in Action, Link North. If you're looking for a bit of a helping hand, well, the folks at Link North, Ross and, the Terrans of the world, they're going to be those hands for you. And again, 50% funding contribution toward eligible project cost, which in this day and age is going to help you out, right? Every little bit helps. Access to bank of consultants, business of productivity assessments, new market development and exporting initiatives, information technologies, industry trade shows and events, new equipment and modernization, prototype demonstration, certifications and testing. And you can also get yourself in line for this funding simply by filling out a 15-minute questionnaire at linknorth.ca. And DAP cleaning, we're on the final day of May. Can you believe that? Spring cleaning ends the end of today. So make sure you phone Ann and say, Ann, I've got a giant mess. Because let's be honest, you don't want to clean your own house. You don't want to clean your office place. Well, Ann gets paid to do that. And she's got great rates, free quotes. You can call her today and book that final spring cleaning spot, 705-465-3500 today. In Jackpot City, still talking to Trudy Prue earlier this afternoon. They're still hiring. They've got multiple spots open through the day, part-time hours, evening hours. If you want to have some fun, if you see Trudy, if you follow her on Facebook, this is it's like going it's like recess. You're working at a place where it's like recess every single day at Jackpot City. Timmins at jackpotcitygaming.ca. And Hillbilly Customs, fresh farm eggs available. You can contact Mona, 705-372-8190, $4 a dozen, or hashtag farm eggs, and you have a chance to win some free eggs tonight. And we'll get you in touch with Mona with that dozen. And how about this? Dabrowski Smoked Meats, the corner of Wilson and Preston. Look at that display, right? If you're a meat eater, that's where you want to go. We've got everything in stock, and it's always fresh, and it happens right there at I call it Mark Durapo's little shrine at the corner of Wilson and Preston. And they also own Golden Crust Specialty Bakery. And the grab and goes, fajita chicken burrito bowls. If you're looking for anything plant-based, well, Plant-Based Marché is the place to go. And they just posted today. We're going to be showcasing this on tomorrow's Midday Blast. They've got did you know that you can buy meatless burgers chicken burgers, all in plant-based. Yeah, if you've never been, if you are a plant-based eater, you're a gluten-free eater, you need to go and check out these ladies. The Dream Team, 175 3rd Avenue. And again, the fajita chicken burrito bowl and the tofu pad thai, just a couple of their specialties in the grab and go. And if you're looking for something really tasty, I say this every time, they've got the best maple chicken fried rice on the planet. And again, you can find that at Plant-Based Marché. And the Taste of Timmins, maybe some of those recipes from Roxy will show up in the Taste of Timmins cookbooks, maybe a future edition. They've got the 2022 edition out, and it's available at tasteoftimmins.ca. We were down there, a part of the Timmins Multicultural Festival, and the ladies hooked us up with a book. So Jamie and I can do some cooking now.
Wait, we got a book, but you kept it.
I kept the book. Yeah, we're gonna share it. It's like the Stanley Cup. I'm gonna do a recipe. You can do a recipe. Did you know that Marnie Lapierre has her granny's best cookies in that book? I think she's on page 143. And again, $20 a cookbook. Get yours before they're sold out. Tasteoftimmins.ca. And V&M Renovations. Do you need some renos done? You're staring at a terrible bathroom. Your kitchen needs, redone. Tiling on the floor. Maybe it's lopsided. You just moved in. Something is not right. Well, these guys will do it for you. Justin and Max, 705-372-3832. They're experienced general contractors, property manager, and restoration company serving Northern Ontario. And again, they do it all. It's, what they don't do, which is, they do everything. You've got restoration, drywall, plastering, doors, windows, flooring, interior, exterior painting, siding, tiles, drone inspection, thermal imaging, and they also have a mini excavator for the odd job in the backyard, maybe down at the cottage. Again, book it today, 372-3832.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I wonder if I could show you my setup here. So Rangers kept away because he knocks over things.
We can hear him now. Rangers
I don't know. Let's see if I could show you. Can you see his head there?
He's on the top of the chair. There he is.
He's sitting.
Hi, Ranger.
Staring at me, and
he can probably hop that couch without with no ease at all, right? No issues.
Yes. So that's
it's like the elephant. It's like the elephant with the leash, and it's held in by one little peg.
Yeah. Here, let me let him out before we do this prize because he's gonna.
Yeah. And again, hashtag farm eggs. You can get into the draw here. Chance to win fresh laid eggs from Hillbilly Customs. And again, we'll get you in touch with Mona. She'll have the dozen eggs for you. And again, you can buy them for $4 a dozen through Mona and Hillbilly Customs, or you can win them with the hashtag farm eggs right now. And that was Ranger coming. Ranger's like, Papa, it's time to go here.
Yeah, that's right. Don't forget, guys, if you go to the movies and have no place to park, lots of room in my yard. Louise has lots of room. She does.
Well, hey, you know what? It's funny. We're actually going to the movies tonight.
We're going to see Maverick.
We're going to see Maverick and Top Gun. So, Louise, we just might take you up on that offer.
There you go. All right. So let me pull up the screen. And are you ready to give away some farm eggs?
Let's give away some farm eggs. I need my trusty Stilo.
There you go, Kinsman.
And the next time you see my little guy, Ethan, I remember his the shag on the top of his melon. He shaved it all off. He wanted the clump cut.
Nice.
Hey, Benji is getting some farm eggs. Benji Potvin from Full Beard Brewing. So, Benji, you've got a dozen eggs from Hillbilly Customs coming to you. We'll get in touch with you, and then we'll put you in touch with Mona and get you in touch with those eggs.
Ashley says, do we message her to direct order for the eggs?
If you want to, order, yes. 372-8190 is her number for the farm eggs. And again, they're going to start catering. They obviously have the wood at Hillbilly Customs up near 655. Along 655, they're going to be bringing some of the wood in to town where people can pick up their firewood bundles just in time for the weekends.
There we go, pal. That's right. It's time now to get ready to go to Maverick.
We're gonna go watch Maverick. I know Dave Helmer.
To the danger zone.
We're gonna be singing the whole movie now. Come on now.
To the highway to the danger zone.
It is time